Hello and welcome. This is Head to Head on UATV and I'm Oles Garjuk. Until recently, Russia was Ukraine's largest trading partner. This has changed after Russian Federation illegally annexed the Crimean peninsula and started its hybrid aggression in Donbas. So as of now, according to the Economic Development and Trade Ministry of Ukraine, European Union has become the largest trading partner of Ukraine. At the same time, Ukrainian developing economy is in constant search of new markets all over the world. To talk more about Ukraine's exporting potential, we welcome to the studio today Rita Polishchuk, co-founder of Global Ukrainian Distribution, Investment and Trading Project. Hello, and thank you for being with us today.
Hello.
So, Ms. Polishchuk, what are the main products that are being exported from Ukraine currently?
As for now, we have about 50% of Ukrainian export. It's metal, grains, and some kind of animal fat. So we are talking only about commodities product.
Okay, well, it is a well-known fact that Ukraine is a breadbasket of the world, but a part of that, is there something unusual among Ukraine's exporting positions?
Actually, Ukraine think that we are the breadbasket.
But we are not?
But we are not. All over the world, they don't know about that. If you will, yes, of course.
Then who is the breadbasket of the world?
It's hard to say. Right now it could be Brazil or, for example, United States as well. For commodity agrarian products, it could be China or India.
So they produce more grains than Ukraine does?
No, we are still the largest producer all over the world, but...
They develop their market abroad as well?
Yeah.
That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, what are the goods that maybe are gaining momentum right now and becoming more popular for export from Ukraine?
It should be food products.
Food products?
Yes, definitely, because if we are talking about all over the world and especially about Africa and Asian markets, in this region is the highest level of population, and that's why these people should eat something every day.
For sure, and plus with Ukraine's soil, we could produce a lot of food and this, I mean, eatable products, I would say. But as far as I remember, Ukraine's Prime Minister Volodymyr Groysman said that 40% of Ukraine's export goes to the European Union.
Yes, it's true.
What is that?
The key products to the European Union, it could be chicken meat and also grains, some kind of oils as well.
So we are more focused on oils, on poultry, meat and grains, basically.
Yes, yes.
What about raw materials? As far as I understand, Ukraine is a big producer of raw materials too.
Yes, of course, but I think that it's really hard for me to evaluate right now about the European Union and
okay,
the market share.
Not speaking of European Union.
Mostly the key region for this product is Asia.
Asia?
Yeah, for right now, but the biggest potential still in Africa.
Well, how would you evaluate the pace, the developing pace and the scale of Ukrainian trade with other countries? Like comparing with the time since we gained independence, what were we exporting back then? How did it develop? And are we prospering now, or are we lagging behind in something?
You know, it's better to compare not with 1991, but with 1996, because on that time we had export on the level about approximately $15 billion. Right now it's 43 billion.
43?
43, yeah.
So it's 3 times as much as then.
Yes, of course. For example, in 1996 the main market for Ukrainian products was Russia. It was 33%. But if we are talking about commodity products, the share of commodities was approximately 6%. But for right now, Russia is still the main market for Ukrainian goods, and market share is 9%. But commodities increased to 30%.
So even after 2014, Russia still stays the main Ukrainian partner?
Yes.
But 9% is it much?
Yes, of course, because if we are talking about 54 countries in Africa, the total share of African countries in Ukrainian export is the same, 9%, but it's 54 countries.
54 countries on the whole African continent,
yes.
And also Russia.
The same market share as Russia.
So what did this statement mean, that Ukraine has halted its cooperation, this trade cooperation with Russia? Is it just a statement, or is it true? That's what interests me.
You know, during last 4 years, we saw the picture that every year the export from Ukraine to Russia was
decreasing?
Decreasing, yes. But in 2017, it was the first year that we could see some kind of increase.
So what do we sell in those 54 countries on the African continent?
Mostly grains.
Grains?
Yeah.
And speaking...
And, for example, if we're talking just a small comment about Turkey, Turkey and Lebanon, they are... they used to buy Ukrainian sunflower oil, and after that they do some kind of mix with the soybean oil and so on and so forth, and sell this product to African market in higher price than Ukraine. Also, Ukraine export sunflower oil in bulk, but they just...
Balkan states?
Yes, yeah. And for example, the same Turkey, they buy this product and make a consumer pack per 1 liter.
Well, you reminded Balkan states. Speaking of European Union generally, some experts do remind us about this annual quotas for tax-free export, and they remind that some Ukrainian households and companies, they do execute those quotas just within the first months, not within the whole year. So what is being done in Ukraine to solve this problem?
Actually, it's really hard to say, because right now Europe is the focus market for Ukrainian goods, and our trade representative Natalia Mikolchka still has a lot of visits to the EU. But according to DSFTA agreement, right now we don't have any options to increase such kind of
And the very last question, what countries could possibly become partners for cooperation, trade cooperation with Ukraine?
In the future, it should be African and the Asian countries.
So we have to bet on this.
Yeah, definitely, and maybe South America as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much for this interesting conversation. That was Rita Polishchuk, co-founder of Global Ukrainian Distribution Investment and Trading Project. Thank you for watching Head to Head. I'm Oles Garjuk. Goodbye.